Council, WAEC. We're going to be having Mr. Prince Nangwe. We will be talking about activities of the institution. We made to understand that there is a resetter. We'll be talking about a resetting program. That's the those who will be retaking the WAEC exam, and we'll also be looking at the report from students that passed this year, and what are plans for next academic year for the students who will be sitting the WAEC exams. We'll be talking more about here at Blaze FM when we shall receive the arrival of the communication officer of WAEC in Prince Nangwe. We're going to discuss that up onto 4:45. We're going to open the lines 5 o'clock sharp. We end that second segment of the program, and then hopefully we'll be having as our guest today the Deputy Minister of Sports at the Youth and Sports Ministry in person of G. Andy Kwame. He'll be coming here today to talk about activities of the Youth and Sports Ministry. They just ended county meet. It was successful. How did they, come about that organization, and what are initiative for the young people by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and we were also made to understand that one person died at the stadium, and in the stadium or suspending activities at the stadium from the investigation they are going to receive. So again, I'd like to say welcome. Shortly, I'll be taking a commercial break. When I come back, I'll be reading you things that matters. We'll be talking about things that matters, and then afterwards, we are certainly going to be, discussing with Prince Nangbe, the communication officer at the West African Examination Council, WAEC Liberia. All right, so these are the lineup for our program, the roundtable. So let's take commercial break now. When we come back, when we come back, we are going to definitely begin the program here on Blaze FM 90.7. So we'll take this break and then come back to do more talking on this dial. Don't touch it, stay tuned.
Hello, dear. Are you looking for a place where you can get the best life saving drugs from Europe, India, the UK, and other parts of the world? Then I recommend.
Pops, I'm on my way right as I lay me down.
Hello, dear. Are you looking for a place where you can get the best life saving drugs from Europe, India, the UK, and other parts of the world? Then I recommend the D&G Pharmacy. At the D&G Pharmacy, we have the following: malaria medicine, typhoid medicine of all kinds, syrup of all types, gas and pain tablets of different kinds, sanitary pad, various types of mosquito spray, baby food and bottles of various kinds, different types of face cream, body and mouthwash, baby milk of all kinds, all types of toothpaste and bathing soap. But that's not all. We also have medicine for sicknesses like infection, high blood pressure, heart, sugar, and more. We do delivery and have trained and qualified medical staff to serve you. Yes, it's the D&G Pharmacy with the best life-saving drugs from Europe, India. We are located in Duazon at the turning point, in Rehab at the Old Boss turning point, and in Mambakwe. For more information and inquiry about the pharmacy, you can contact the following cell numbers: 0880 583 741 and 0776 583 741. It's the D&G Pharmacy with the best life-saving drugs in town.
I look to you. Do you want the inside scope on what's happening in Liberia and elsewhere? From politics and the economy to healthcare and education, from human interest investigation to crime watch? Then Blaze FM 90.7 presents The Roundtable. The Roundtable brings you insightful discussions and diverse perspectives. Join us every Monday to Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Blaze FM 90.7. On the Roundtable, we discuss happenings in Liberia and other parts of the world. We look at local and international news headlines. But that's not all. We also bring you local and international sports news. The Roundtable, where reasonable conversations matter. For sponsorship and bookings, call 0776 997221 and 0886 126 792, or check us up on WhatsApp on 0886 126 792 and 0770 679919. The Roundtable, where reasonable conversations matter, on Blaze FM 90.7.
Okay, welcome back to the program right here, the Roundtable on Blaze 90.7. So today, on issues that matter, today we'll be talking about those who can sell food around. Most especially those of the people who can buy the roasted meat from. Yeah, I call roasted meat. Some people say, yeah, what happened to them? What happened to them? Yes, it's very serious. Okay, people who sell roasted meat around are people we need to be very careful with. Number one, if you see someone that is selling roasted meat, look at their appearance, look at their outfit, look at the way they appear. Most of the time, out of 100%, 98% of those who sell roasted meat around with a wheelbarrow, they are dirty. I'm not talking about only their feet being dirty, though. They are always not in a very good attire. They are very dirty. But we don't look at them. We only focus on the meat they are selling. And once you are preparing food for people to eat, you need to be neat, clean, and you smell good. But look at them. Sometimes you see some of them. I even think some of them can even wash their mouth. Some of them you see under their arm, say you feel bad. The clothes they're wearing, if you smell it. But we don't pay attention to these things. We only go and buy the meat. Yeah, someone may say, okay, the meat is not placed on the man clothes, or the meat not come from the man trouser pocket or from the shirt. It's from different thing, and it's in a specific box. Yes, I agree. But if you go to the Kobo shop and see Man Lopu Lapa very dirty, and she's sweating, all her body sticking up, she's serving you. If you're not complaining, it means that the kind of life you used to. So the guys that sell the meat around, some of them don't even speak good English. I don't know if people take consideration of all of these things I'm mentioning. Number one, they don't dress good. They are not clean. They are dirty. And they don't even wash their hands to prepare your meat for you if you say you want something. Somebody will say, but they can't hold the meat with their hand to. Yes, I agree. You need to wash your hands to serve someone. You need to wash your hands. Another thing again is that number two, this is number two. The thing they carry the meat in to sell. I mean, that box they put in the wheelbarrow, and decide to pass around with it. Sometimes they put tire on it. It's not on wheelbarrow, but they just put tire on it and roll it around. Have you taken a close look at that thing? That thing is also dirty. It's not always clean. That stuff is sometimes dirty and it's not always clean. Look around it first and see how dirty it is. And then when they draw the bags, when they draw that stuff from in it, where the meat is placed, look around it and see. I'm not saying this because I purchased meat from one person and because the person was dirty, so everyone. No. In fact, I don't hardly eat meat from those who can sell around. No, I don't do it. All right? The box they carry around, they sell the meat in. The box is always dirty. Observe it from today. Since I'm talking about observe it from today. Number three, do you even know what kind of meat are you eating? They just pass around cow meat, cow meat. All we know that cow meat. Who tells you say every meat the people say around are cow meat? No, the meat the people say around are cow meat. Sometimes I even wonder if the commerce ministry people can really inspect the meat the people bring to the country, the fish and other things. I don't know if they're working in line with the Ministry of Health to confirm some of those things that they sell on the market that we consume. Because, excuse me, most of the meat they pass around with and call it cow meat that we rush on to buy, they're not cow meat. I will name you three animals that the people kill and export. And when we import it, people go to the various costeries and buy them. Okay, now let me pause here. Even the people who sell the meat at the place they can sell the jollof rice, the fried rice, the spaghetti, and other things. The very meat they sell there, not cow meat. No, not cow meat. But let me just go back to the guys who sell around. The guys who sell around, I will name you three animals meat that they can sell. The first one is a camel. You know camel? If you witness the movies, you can see the camel. They're almost looking like elephant, but they are not elephant. They are very big. People sit on them and pass around. The camel, they sell the camel meat to them, and they buy it, and they come around here. They say the cow meat. They sell it around. The next one is the horse. The horse, the one people can sit on and ride. You know, sometimes you see the hero on the horse running, clicker, clicker, clicker. The horse meat. They also sell it to us, and they say that cow meat. Okay, and the last one is the donkey. The donkey meat. They sell it to us. They say cow meat. A typical cow meat. Okay, a typical cow meat tastes different from the ones the guys can be selling. And besides, if you see a typical cow meat, you will know. Now, people that sell cow meat at cow factory to Jamaica Road, Benson Street, and other places, people kill cow meat. I mean, people kill cow to sell the meat. The meat is very expensive. That you're not even able to buy that type of meat, the cow meat, and cut it into pieces. And one of the pieces be like the way the pieces of the other animals can be when they send it to us. It will never be. Because the typical cow meat that they kill from right here in Liberia, the fresh meat, is expensive. It's not easy to get. I'm not saying you can get it, but it's expensive. So if you go to the cow factory or where they can butcher the cow to sell the meat, if you ask, they will tell you the difference between the cow meat, the typical cow meat, how it can smell, and the ones that people buy and just pass around and sell it and lie and say the cow meat. Go to your go to your phone, go to YouTube and type camel meat and just tap camel meat and you'll see what I'm talking about. Or even horse or the donkey. You see what I'm talking about. But we don't know these things. The guys just go and the guys special people that can import these things. The guys just go there and buy it. So why if you are not to eat a camel or any part of the camel, if you are not to eat it, people only come and tell you cow meat and you buy and eat it. So why if you are not to eat a horse meat, horse that people sit on and ride, that act almost like a human being, you are not to eat it. What's about the donkey? But we don't know these things. People just buy the meat, and all they do is to just sell it to the people. Our society is a gullible society, and because we love eating meat, and so people don't even check to know which kind of meat it is. If you put a piece of cow meat in your mouth and you decide to chew it, once it is fresh, you know. If you put the imported camel meat, horse meat, and the donkey meat in your mouth to chew it, you also know the difference. In fact, if you are someone who got good taste, if they bring a typical cow meat here and they put the imported meat here, if you are very smart, you know the difference. The fourth thing, I talk about the first, the second, the third. The fourth thing is who are responsible? Who are those responsible to monitor those people that sell meat around our city or our country? Like they got people who monitor those who sell drugs in the buckets and plates and cartons around. They got people who monitor them, the Liberia Health and Medicine Regulatory, something like that. They got people who monitor the people. Sometimes they arrest them, confiscate their market, their drugs they are selling, never give them back to their owners. So I wonder who's monitoring these people who pass around selling meat in the wheelbarrow, in the box they put tire on and whatever. Who are those monitoring them? If you are monitoring them, is it the rightful meat they're supposed to be selling to the population, to the consumers here in Liberia? Yes, we want to know that. All right. I will open the line shortly, but I'm going to go to the review of the local dailies later on. But let me open the lines and hear from our listeners about this whole roasted meeting that people pass around and just sell. People don't even know what they are eating. They're just buying and buying and buying. They're not even observing who they are buying from. Now the question is have you ever noticed those who can sell the meat around? Have you ever noticed them to see whether what I'm saying about them is false and misleading, or yes, it is real? Those who go about selling the roasted meat around, you see them, some of them filthy up, some of them not even healthy, some of them looking that they're even sick, but yet then we still buy the meat from them. Have you observed it? Let me hear from you. And who are those responsible to monitor these people and checkmate them and put them in place? If you are selling, even if you are selling the rightful cow meat and you are not clean, you're not looking healthy, your stuff should be confiscated. And probably if there's need, you should be charged for being unhealthy and dirty while selling food to consumers. Let me hear from you. 0777 907 907. We are streaming live on our Facebook page, Blaze online page. We are also streaming on YouTube. You can get there and get us and watch the video. And also, you can also get us via um, radio 90.7 and on our online platform where you go at www.blazeradio.com and you start to monitor us. So let's hear from you 0777 907 907. The roasted meat people who pass around setting, telling people that cow meat is setting. I don't know if you have observed it, you have noticed it, or it has happened to you. You buy from them as well. Let me hear from you 0777 907 907 and 0887 777 907 are the numbers to call, and you're going to be live on uh, the program this afternoon, the round table. While I'm waiting for your calls, I'm going to go strictly to the papers to see if I can bring you the papers. But let's talk to this person on this line. Good afternoon, caller. What's your name and where you call from?
Huh?
Good afternoon. You are live on the radio. What's your name and where you call from?
Oh, which are the radio station there?
Okay, so you need to be attentive. You are listening to Blaze FM, and so you need to be attentive. Let's go back to the line and talk to this person. Hello,
How you doing?
I'm good. What's your name and where you call from?
I'm Anderson.
Anderson,
I'm speaking from.
where are you
I'm
calling
speaking
from?
from. I'm speaking from Zubatown.
Zubatown. Okay, let's hear you,
Yeah.
Anderson.
Yeah, man. Immediately you get to the topic straight. Thank you for your concern. Immediately you get to the topic straight. I keep in your mind because definitely the food I love on the street is cow meat.
Mm-hmm.
This cow meat, some places when I live here, I go to McDonald's, I can eat the cow meat very well. But when I come down certain places, some of the cow meat can be very, very hard, tasteless. Immediately you get to the topic straight, I know directly that what you are saying is true. Because some of them you go eat, the meat can be very strong and still veins, all over veins. Sometimes you want to eat very well, but no way. Oh. So immediately get to the topic straight, it came in my mind, it's true that what the man saying. So this is my concern.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
You need to be very careful as to who you buy meat from,
Exactly.
and what type of meat you are eating. Be careful.
And
Be careful on that.
most of the guys I see on the system that you saying they seem very close. They part of the mechanic people in this country, I don't know. But there's somebody who's selling the kind of food, they're supposed to change every blessing day, but they always eat black fruits. So black fruits, and then at the same time you saying plenty hair on the hair, all that thing. And that's probably food they're selling. So immediately it came to my mind directly what the man saying is true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
all
you.
so much. Let's talk to this next caller. Hello.
Thank you. Good evening, my big brother.
Welcome. Augustine Sagashos, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome, Sagashos. I like the
All right.
Sagashos name.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. And when you first play, this brought the topic out, I was just laughing because I myself have been seeing some of those things in some cases where somebody selling meat and or individual will use a tupi. Right after you take that meat and use a tupi, right away you take that identical same tupi and put it right over the bucket top.
Very well.
And that same person will go and use that tupi, and another person will take that identical tupi. So I think it's about unsafely because that's a part and parcel of personal hygiene. Because some of those things are.
Oh, he gone off the line. Actually. But we'll go back to the line and talk to this person. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, Chief?
I'm fine. Welcome. What's your name and where you call from?
This is Stewart. Is it Blaze Radio?
Blaze FM, yes. Welcome.
Yeah, this is Stewart. Calling from here.
Okay, Stewart. Let's hear you.
Yeah, you were discussing. I just called the radio off because we were going for a break, and I called the radio off about,
Oh, okay.
I was not getting it. But you were discussing about ECC that didn't ever talking.
Those who can sell roasted meat around. The guys who sell the roasted meat around, some of them are healthy, most of them are dirty, and we don't even know the type of meat that we eat. They just sell any kind of meat to us in the name of selling cow meat.
Yeah, also, you were talking about debt, the debt in the community.
Yeah, but our program is over. This is another program, though.
Oh, this is another program. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole thing, scam, man. The government, the people have to get people to really check the kind of food people sell to us.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Yeah.
But the poor for Guinea, full and ball, Mazimbo boys, they just sell meat any kind of way, they just sell it.
Okay.
No restriction, nobody, telling them how to do the business. Nothing like that. Nobody checking on them.
And so you
They
think
just
that's
come from Guinea Street, they just open the business, start buying meat, face out wheelbarrow, start selling, so the work plan always on.
So that's
Yeah.
one of the problem, right?
Yeah, that's from there.
So what's your recommendation? What do you think government can do, or the referee authorities can do towards this?
Yeah, the people the government need to stop the people and make them to have what we call an organization that will register that government will be able to deal with them to make sure the way they're supposed to sell it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
All right. Okay, bro.
Okay, so I'm going to pause for now. Let me see if I will not take call again, but I'm going to pause for now and give you the review of the local dailies here on Blaze 90.7 and the program The Roundtable. We're going to begin with the Daily Observer newspaper, and it says here, government moves to solve the electricity crisis, endorses Gensor Energy 270 megawatts hydro gas power plant proposal. The Daily Observer newspaper is reporting that government moves to solve the electricity crisis, endorses Gensor Energy's 270 megawatts hydro gas power plant proposal. Another story here, it says LTA's new 4.6 million headquarter takes shape. Liberia Telecommunications' new US $4.6 million headquarter takes shape. Okay, another story on the Daily Observer newspaper. The front page is saying here, Boyka suspends Noka CEO over alleged corruption. Boyka suspends Nokai CEO over alleged corruption. That does it for the review of the Daily Observer. Let's go to the Independent. The Independent newspaper is reporting that government rallies citizen support, launches UN Security Council seat bid today. Government rallies citizens support, launches UN Security Council seat today. Okay, another story on the front page of the Independent newspaper. It says here, Stan Crafts reports transparency. Stan is the Solidarity Trust and Trust for a New Day. Its executive director is Moba Modu. Let's go to the back page of the Independence newspaper, which says FGM practices on increase. Again, SGM practices on increase. In 15 counties, gender ministry Adams wants. Let me get this. Let me get this quickly. Okay. The gender in 15 counties, gender minister Adams wants um want the practices to be criminalized. Okay, let's get that. Let's get to the next newspaper. We are at the front page News Africa right now. The front page news Front Page Africa newspaper is reporting we are suffering. This is just a caption of the story. We are suffering on the Front Page Africa. Another story here, it says here, it's a coup. It's a coup. All right. So who is saying it's a coup here? It says here, in battle speaker ends medical leave after being named person of interest in arson case. Okay. The Variety newspaper is reporting that diplomat dies due to no insurance. Liberian embassy sinks in. Diplomat dies due to no insurance. Liberian embassy sinks in crisis. Another story on the Variety newspaper says Noka boss acts. Bwaka suspends Dennis for corruption. So we're going to hold on to this right now, and I welcome the mayor Stephen Talu, who's going to talk Stephen Talu with the sporting development. We will be taking 15 minutes of news from our news department, and then after the news, we'll be having Prince Nangbe, our communication director at the WAEC Liberia. Like I said previously, we are going to be talking WAEC, everything WAEC. That's what we'll be talking about at 4:15. So let me now usher in Stephen Talu, who is to be here to bring a sporting development or the 15-minute news bulletin. So Stephen will pull hot to the news, the sport news, and then wait for the 15 minutes news bulletin. Okay, so let's see this. Let's continue with this one quickly before we go for the news. With 8 minutes to go, after the Variety newspaper, we go to the Liberian Investigator newspaper, which is reporting mocking Liberians in the diaspora. Mocking Liberians in the diaspora. President Joseph Boakai faces backlash for for ridiculing Liberians to the U.S. amid operations fear. Deportations fear. I beg your pardon. Amid deportation fears, despite their 800 million annual contribution to Liberians' economy and heavy financial support for his campaign, critics call his remarks insensitive and hypocritical. Okay, this one is coming from the Liberian Investigator newspaper. Another one is saying, yeah, the Methodist Enigma 77 United Methodist Conference serve. Okay, I'm not getting this too clear, so I can continue with it. Suspended NEC chair left with no straw to hold. The suspended NEC chairperson is Madam Devietta Brown Lasana, and she's left with no straw to hold. That's another story on the front page of the Liberian Investigator newspaper. Now we head to the Women Voices newspaper. It says here, every part of Liberia is in crisis. Former Chief Justice calls for ethical leadership. Oh, every part of Liberia is in crisis. Former Chief Justice calls for ethical leadership. Also on the front page of the Women Voices newspaper, political resurgence cut short as President Boakai suspends Nokai CEO for that's Nokai CEO and former lawmaker. Political resurgence cut short as President Boakai suspends Nokai CEO and former lawmaker. Okay, so this is the Women Voices newspaper front page. Let's bring you, I guess this is the back page of the Improfile Daily. Let's get to the front page of the newspaper. The newspaper is saying Nukas boss hooked in alleged corruption, suspended to face LECC investigation. Great headline. Nukas boss hooked in alleged corruption, suspended to face LECC investigation. Another story on the front page of the newspaper is Kofa returns to undergo probe in Capital Arson attack case. Who is Kofa? In Battle House Speaker J. Funati Kofa returns to undergo probe in Capital Arson attack. This is the newspaper reporting this story. The back page of the newspaper is reporting 200 million US dollars health center unveil. Not 200, sorry, 2 million. I beg your pardon, 2 million US dollars health center reveal. Also, on the back page of the newspaper, crime is not transferable. Headline. Let's see if we can get to this next story here quickly. This next paper. This is the InProfile Daily newspaper. InProfile Daily newspaper is reporting, let them enjoy themselves in different places. Bwaka tells critics. Let them enjoy themselves in different places. Bwaka tells critics. Okay, another story on the front page of the InProfile Daily is saying, Noka president or CEO suspended. Okay, another story on the front page of the Daily, that's the InProfile Daily, is reporting the court will be established and conduct trial and reach decision. Councillor Babu assures. Which paper is this? Let's get to this one quickly. The New Republic. The New Republic newspaper is reporting there will be indictments. Councillor Babu, war and economic crimes could head calms nerves. There will be indictments. And also on the front page of the New Republic newspaper, ArcelorMittal Liberia prioritizes gender equality. ArcelorMittal Liberia prioritizes gender equality. Let's get this last paper before we can go. And this paper will be the back page of the New Republic newspaper. Spend 25% of money for funeral on Liberian businesses. Not funeral, but furniture, that is. Spend 25% of money for furniture on Liberian businesses. Finance Minister Gafuan tells spending entities. Liberia Revenue Authority custom officers set global standard with the WCO recognition. Another story on the back page of the New Republic newspaper is saying, whose account is true? As presidential press secretary, deputy provide conflicting information. Okay, press secretary, deputy provide conflicting information. Okay, so we're going to leave it at it is. Of course, I have the Inquirer newspaper here, but no time for me. And so I will have to leave you. Shortly, I'm going to be inviting my guest, Prince Nangbe. He is the communication officer at WAEC Liberia. Hey, we're going to be here talking more about activities of WAEC. Shortly, we'll bring you news. Well, folks, I have to bring this down to take a break now and cross over to the news center where Stephen Talu is pretty seated to bring us 15 minutes of news from our news department. Good afternoon, Stephen.
Good afternoon, Anthony Phillips. And for Roundtable News Bulletin, let's give first the headlines. Local of Liberia CEO faces allegations of misuse of public funds. So the second United Methodist Church court starts with the United Methodist Church citing the irreconcilable differences over the domination's approval of same-sex marriage. Police in Bon County sends to court a 25-year-old man identified as Musa Izako for allegedly setting Bon County Representative Marvin Cole's cocoa plantation on fire, and away from whom Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appears in court on Monday for his ongoing trial for alleged corruption. The now news in detail. The suspended president, CEO of the National Oil Company of Liberia, Madam Rose Dennis, appeared before the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission on Monday to face allegations of financial misconduct, including the controversial purchase of an inflated 75,000 United States SUF and misuse of public funds. The LACC's Monitoring and Investigation Department has launched an in-depth probe into financial irregularities reportedly committed during Dennis' tenure between July and December 2024. Accompanied by her lawyer counselor, Janitor Massacre, Madam Dennis arrived at the LACC headquarters alongside the two vehicles central to the inquiry. It can be recalled over the weekend, President Joseph Walker ordered Dennis to surrender all local assets pending the outcome of the investigation. For the initial questioning, plans were made to transfer the vehicles to locals headquarters in compliance with the president's directive. However, Dennis and the legal team diverted to their law firm instead, sparking controversy. The vehicles were eventually returned to the LACC compound where they will remain as evidence in the ongoing probe. The LACC has assured the public of transparency and pledged to release further updates as the investigations unfold. The 72nd United Methodist Church has cut ties with the United Methodist Church, citing irreconcilable differences over the denomination's approval of same-sex marriage and the controversial regionalization plan. In the resounding rejection of the UMC's direction, the congregation voted overwhelmingly on February 3, 2025 against the regionalization plan, which was adopted at the 2024 General Conference in Charlotte, North Carolina. The plan allows same-sex marriage within the global UMC. It stands the 72nd UMC deems unacceptable. The 61 vote tally by the 72nd United Methodist Church members left little room for doubt. 1 week later, on February 9, 2025, a second decisive vote formally severed the 72nd UMC's ties with the new UMC with the total votes amounting to 151. In a fire in a firm statement, church leaders declared they could no longer, in good conscience, remain a part of the UMC in general, and the Liberia Annual Conference in particular. Reverend Kenneth Jones Jackson, the church spiritual leader, minced no words about the decision, calling the breakaway painful but necessary to preserve biblical truth. Doubling down on his stance, Reverend Jackson called same-sex marriage demonic and vowed to protect that's his congregation from what he views as a theological deviation. A 25-year-old man has been sent to court for allegedly setting fire to the cocoa plantation of Representative Marvin Cole in Bon County. The suspect, identified as Musa Isako, was charged with arson and disorderly conduct on Friday, February 7, by officers at the Batala police station in Yelekwole district. According to That's Batala Police Commander Mustafa Soare. The incident occurred on Thursday after Bon County authorities received a call from Paul Dawokwala, a resident of Coles Village, requesting urgent police intervention. Dawokala, while patrolling from Bondiao town to Coles village, noticed an abandoned motorbike along the roadside. Suspicions of the situation, he began a surveillance patrol. It was during this patrol that he allegedly saw Izako coming from the bush and setting fire to the cocoa plantation. Upon realizing he had been spotted, Izako fled the scene on his motorbike. Dawokala gave chase in a taxi, honking the horn repeatedly. However, Izaku ran out of gasoline, abandoned the motorbike, and escaped into the bush. The Ukwala called for help, and local community members assisted in apprehending the suspect. Izaku was later captured and handed over to police along with the abandoned motorbike. Based on eyewitness testimony and physical evidence, police charged Izaku with arson and disorderly conduct, forwarding the case to the Ninth Judicial Circuit Court for prosecution. The case now rests with the court, which will determine Izaku's fate. The African Women for Jesus to All Nations has officially declared that Liberia's future hands on the power of prayer. Speaking at a press conference in Monrovia, the chairperson of the organization, Archbishop Matilda Ta, unveiled to Tsunami 2005, a national prayer movement that calls on Liberian women to unite in faith and petition God for the country's spiritual and national revival. Archbishop Tai emphasized that Liberia, as Africa's first independent nation, holds a unique responsibility in the political sphere and the realm of faith. According to her, Tsunami 2025 is scheduled to launch on March 28 to 29, 2025 at the SKD Sports Complex Gym in Monrovia. It aims to bring together thousands of women from across Liberia for a historic prayer gathering. She said the event seeks to unite over 6,000 women in petitioning God for Liberia's healing, prosperity, protection, with plans to expand the movement in the coming years. Former Chief Justice, Councillor Gloria Scott has alarmed on Liberia's deepening institutional crisis, calling for ethical leadership and renewed commitment to national integrity. Addressing the Liberty Party's first national convention since its reconciliation, she urged the political leaders to govern with sincerity and prioritize the future of the younger generation. Councillor Scott painted a bleak picture of Liberia's international framework, citing the collapse of key societal pillars, including the family, religious institutions, and the judiciary. She linked said deterioration to field leadership and warned against the exploitation of young people for political gain. Scott's remarks come amid an ongoing legislative deadlock in the House of Representatives, where political maneuvering has paralyzed the governance. The standoff rooted in leadership deputies, disputes, and procedural wrangling has drawn widespread criticism. A rebuke of leaders conducting themselves without credibility, without integrity, on a school's is being prioritized over national stability. Meanwhile, the political leader of the Liberty Party, Senator Nyomli Kanka Lawrence, has disclosed that a memorandum of understanding in which candidates of LP contested on the Unity Party has come to an end. Nyomli, President pro tem of the Liberian Senate, explained that she had written President Joseph Boakai informing him that all those LP members who were elected on Unity Party's ticket during the Liberty Party internal wrangling have been recalled to her party. According to her, the Liberty Party will continue to support the rescue mission of the Unity Party, but made it clear that the party will reserve its right to constructively engage the Unity Party whenever things go wrong. For her part, the newly inducted national chairperson of the Liberty Party, Representative Rudy Barry, unveiled plans to undertake major reform in the party by reorganizing its local structures, reconciling and reopening its branches around the country. Others inducted were James Gido, Vice Chairman for Administration, Edo Jala, Vice Chairman for Operations, Cephas Flanzamiton, Vice Chairman of Interparty Affairs, Daniel Sando, Vice Chairman of Press and Public Affairs. Others were Lassana Cooper, Vice Chairman, Electoral Affairs, Senator Darius Dillon, Vice Chairman of Political Affairs, Priscilla Cooper, Vice Chairperson for Legislative Affairs, among many others. The Liberian government is expected to officially launch its local campaign for the bid for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Council 2026 to 2027 in Monrovia on this Monday, February 10, 2025. The co-chairman steering committee regional that's Regina Goodrich disclosed that President Joseph Boakai led an array of government officials at a Centennial Memorial Pavilion in Monrovia. Speaking in an interview with this station in Monrovia over the weekend, Goodrich said the program is intended to sensitize Liberians about the potential benefits that Liberia will receive by being elected to serve prestigious position on the United Nations Security Council. According to Goodrich, as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, Liberia will be in a position to represent the interests of African countries on critical issues about migration, climate change, gender equality, conflicts, humanitarian crisis, and terrorism. Goodrich explained that Liberia stands to benefit from global recognition, the prospect for direct foreign investments, and an improvement in the livelihood of the Liberian people. He added that the program will bring together a cross section of the government, members of the diplomatic corps, civil society, the religious community, youths, students, traditional leaders, and members of the business community who will grace the occasion. Liberia last served on the United Nations Security Council in 1961 and became the voice for African liberation and independence, peace, security, and stability around the globe. And away from Liberia, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu took the stand again on Monday in his ongoing trial for alleged corruption. Netanyahu is the first city Israeli leader to take the stand as a criminal defendant. He is accused of accepting tens of thousands of dollars worth of cigars and champagne from a billionaire Hollywood producer in exchange for assistance with personal and business interests, and also of promoting advantageous regulations for media moguls in exchange for vulnerable coverage of himself and his family. Netanyahu 75 denies wrongdoing, saying the charges are a witch hunt orchestrated by a hostile media and a biased legal system out of to topple his lengthy rule. That's news from Blaze to end the news. Once more, a recap of the headline. CEO of the National Oil Company of Liberia faces allegations of misuse of public funds. 72nd United Methodist Church cuts ties with the United Methodist Church, citing irreconcilable differences over the denomination's approval of same-sex marriage. Police in Bon County sends to court a 25-year-old man identified as Musa Aziko for allegedly setting Bon County Representative Marvin Cole's cocoa plantation on fire. And away from home, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appears in court on Monday for his ongoing trial for alleged corruption. And that's Blaze News on Roundtable.
Thanks so much to Stephen Tadu for the news bulletin, which is a regular feature here on the Roundtable. Afterwards, we are definitely going to, bring in our guests who will And so, welcome back. Welcome back. Like I promised you, I said we're going to be having the communication officer of WIAC Liberia in studio. And so we just did. We actually have him now. And Mr. Goto, I like to, sorry, Mr. Namwe, I like to say welcome to Blaze FM and the program, The Talking Point. Good afternoon.
Well, thank you so much for having me on Blaze. This is my very first time appearing on your platform. It's a pleasure to have Wayek, you know,
Yeah.
discuss on your platform. Thank you.
Okay, a service call for Alexander Unikin. Alex, if you're out there, please come in studio quickly and help us to do some adjustment. A service call for Alexander Unikin. Okay, so welcome to Blaze FM. Like you said, this is your first time, and I'd like to take this time on behalf of the entire management team to welcome you here to Blaze FM. So, yeah, kindly adjust the camera. Yeah, he's not on air. Yeah, it's just want you to bring it like a little bit. So while he's adjusting the camera, we will want to great. We will want to say how is WAC Liberia as an institution? How is it first? Let's know that.
Well, Wayek is doing great. Wayek is doing great. Our primary responsibility is to administer exams, credible examinations, and to award certificate that are equivalent to those of the one issued internationally.
Okay.
So our core duty is to do just that, and that's what we are engaged with, ensuring that we meet up with all of the standards, making sure
Okay.
that we meet up with all of the standards. Yeah.
All right. So recently, let's talk about the resetter aspect of the entire thing. Recently, there was an announcement on Facebook on the social media coming from WAC. If you will confirm it here, about the resetter program and the extension of the time. You want to let us to know how this all come about?
Well, we administer two resetters.
Yeah.
Okay, we administer the first, which we call the first series for the year,
Okay.
and we administer the second resetter, which is the second series for the year.
Okay.
And so in February, each year, we administer the first resetter for the year. So as we speak, the first series for 2025 is ongoing. It ends very shortly. So on Wednesday, we'll be doing one, and on Thursday, we'll be doing. The day after tomorrow, and then the following day, which is Thursday,
Mhm.
they will be doing economics. For economics, it's two papers: objective and essay.
So, is there any criteria one will have to meet before sitting doing the resetter?
Oh yes, basically you will pay your fees, you will register, you will select your center yourself. So basically, you will give us all of your information, and then we assign you to a center that you will select. and then you will do your tests. Well, you don't have to be a high school graduate
Okay.
before you can do the recital exam. The reason is that somebody who has not graduated from high school but wants to do plumbing, you know,
Mhm.
we will not subject you to going to high school, get high school document
But I
before.
thought that was one of the major criteria you must,
I mean, to do the recital, like I said,
obtaining the WAEC certificate.
the only thing you will not go to university.
Okay.
Aha. So
Okay.
to
So
go to
so
the
if you do
university,
not graduate from high school and you do a recital of the WAEC and you pass successfully, if you obtain the certificate, you won't use it to go to any university.
so you see, the first thing the university requests for
Hmm.
is your high school paper
Okay.
and the
Yeah.
YS certificate.
Sure.
But I am saying, so for example, we are a group of country that make a YS, right?
Yeah.
Somebody in Nigeria is doing the test only in Igbo.
Yeah.
And you but pass the required number of subjects on the exam, then you go to the university. Again, we understand that some university will say, okay, since you've done the test and you pass in some number of subjects,
Yeah.
upon graduation, you must complete the
Yeah.
required number of subjects on the exam before we can graduate you. So that's where we are. I think so, based on what you just
Yeah.
asked. Because in Liberia there are ways people try to maneuver to do something. So if you did not pass the required number of subjects you went to the university and the university did not ensure that you presented the document that say you passing the required subject, and then they graduated you and you went to do your masters, especially in another country. That's why we see where I sit at WAEC. When you go to do your master, they will still be requesting you to provide your WAEC document.
Okay. Let's look at another thing. I'm informed that you guys extended the registration time from the to an extended date from the previous one.
Yeah.
Is it that doing recital you must have a specific number of students or people who come in to do recital, or you can just anybody can come and register anytime and do your recital? And
Uh,
why did you people extend the time to for registration?
no, we did not extend the registration for resetter.
Okay,
And, so
let's get that clear now.
yeah, we did not extend the time for resetter registration. We
Okay,
extended the time for the school candidate registration.
high schools.
Yeah, we got school candidate exam
Okay,
and we have private candidate exam.
So what's the difference between the two?
So the receiver, when you wearing color clothes,
Yeah.
when you're not doing it, the test as a student in school, you're
Yeah.
not wearing uniform.
Okay.
It means you are a private candidate.
So
That's what we call receiver.
so your that registration was not extended.
No.
Okay.
If that registration does not close in its totality.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because you see, I could say the test in uniform
Yeah.
and pass two.
Okay.
And pass in two. So it means I am trying to reach the required number of subjects I'm supposed to pass in.
Okay.
So if I pass in physics and economics, it means I still have to pass in mathematics and English because are the two core subjects, and then I need to pass in another subject. Now, our policy says to say yes, I am clear, I have met the benchmark. Our policy says you must pass in a minimum, that is the least number of subjects you should pass in, should be 5. But it should include mathematics and English because the two subjects they are compulsory.
So you consider the two subjects as major in the test?
Yeah, that's what we call the core subject.
Okay.
All right. Now, so if I passed in 2 when I start the test as a school candidate and I'm doing a reciter, I will register the ones that I had deficiency in. So, for example, if I pass in biology, if I pass in biology and I pass in chemistry, this reciter we are doing currently, the first 2 subjects we administer were chemistry and biology. So you see, if I did not have the time to register, or if I did not have the money to register, and I knew that the first 2 subjects are the ones I've already passed in, I am not forced to register. The base of the student. So you see that after because it informs the government why the candidates are not performing in 6th grade. You understand what I'm saying now?
I'm getting you.
So you see from 3rd grade, you get 4th grade, 5th grade, then 6th grade is a test. So if we administer a tier grade test, looking at the result, the government will know that we have to do more for the children that are coming from that level,
From
so
the
that
third
they,
grade level up to the sixth
yeah,
grade.
yeah, so that they can reach in sixth grade and can be able to read. So if the problem is reading, for which the children from sixth grade when they read ninth grade, they can still read, then we got to do it. We got to hit it from the bottom. So the government said, look, we won't go to the foundation. Let me testing the students at this level. Then we inform us what to do so that when they get to the sixth grade, then the ninth grade, then the 12th grade, they can already be prepared. So it was the government. And that's why you see, I told you that the name is the Labrador National Assessment Test. So the government said, we want you to just assess the candidates and give us feedback.
Okay.
Yes. We administer tests to sixth grade. Then we administer tests to ninth grade, 12th grade, like I said.
Okay. So the last academic year, you administer the test, and I just want you, if you can give us the figure, how many students in total in Liberia that sat the WAS test, and how many persons pass, and how many persons, how many students that did not make it, and how do you see various schools when it comes to registration of their schools for the WAS? How do you see them? Is it that some of them are dragging, some of them are crying financially, or they can do everything possible to come to you?
Well, for the registration
Mhm.
of the candidates, that's why you see we have pushed the registration.
Okay.
We have extended the time. So let me go back a little. Then I come to the question you asked.
Yeah.
WAEC, do not know any student in school? We don't. It is the school that know the student. So we did directly with the school. So
Okay.
the difference between the two tests we're talking about, for the resetter or the private candidate,
Yeah.
you register yourself. For the school candidate, the school registers you.
Okay.
So if I'm in a school, I don't have to go to WAEC.
Okay.
My school will send me to WAEC.
So WAEC,
Yeah, I mean,
the
when I
school
say
will go and
send me,
register you.
so if the school does not have to go to WAEC.
There's something, let me just pause you. There's something I want to know. Between the two registration, the school registration and your personal registration, which one is more expensive?
Uh, no, not anyone is expensive.
I'm talking about in terms of how much you pay for the test.
It's the same fee. The only thing is
For
that,
example, I'm in 12th grade this year.
yeah, the only thing is that
Yeah.
we 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 charge the fee for the private candidate in $11.
Oh, okay.
So you see, if you are doing above six subject or above, you'll pay $12,000. Given
Liberian dollars.
yeah, given the rate, it will be around $60.
Okay.
If you're taking below six subject, you pay $8,000.
Per person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I were doing five subject, I'll pay $8,000. But it
Wow.
doesn't matter after five.
Yeah.
If you're doing three, that is the same amount. You're doing two, that is the same amount.
It's in 8,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for the school candidate, the government footed the bill for all 12 graders in the country.
The government is responsible for everybody.
All 12 graders. Whether you're from public school, whether you're from private school, you're from faith-based, the government pays the fees.
So when it started, when the government started
The
paying.
last 6 years, now we're in the second year of President Bouakar's regime, right?
Oh, so that means the former regime of President George Weah took the initiative to pay to pay the WAS fees of all 12 graders.
Exactly.
And then just President Joseph Waka came also and continued on that
Ex-
same path.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Okay.
Exactly. So you see, there is a system of registration. So the school does not have to go to the office.
Okay.
No. So when you say, for example, I open my school, the first thing I need to do is to get an official letter from the Ministry of Education. It could be through my district education officer because every school is
Yeah,
educational
yeah,
district.
sure. Either your district education officer or your
Thank you.
county.
Thank you. So that letter is written to WAEC, is stamped, and then we tell you to indicate the cell phone number of the school authority. Then we tell you to open an email address so that we can link to the registration portal. So it means that for the 12th graders, when we say registration has begun, just use your school code and your password, you are straight to the portal. So you will see the space to write the candidate's name. You will see the space to put in their what we call CAS.
Yeah.
We call it the continual assessment score.
Okay.
So that one that the averages for all the candidates in the school. So before you take the test, you have to send out all the students' averages from 10 to 12th grade. So you see that space is there, you put it there. Then you will see the space for their date of birth. Then you will see the space for their photo.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the registration portal there. So once you are in 12 grade, the fact that the government paying, we don't close it to you. Once you say it's open, it's open. Now we have a maximum number of spaces with you. We call it slot.
Okay.
So we have like, say for example, 550. We
Per,
say
per school.
per school.
Okay. Because I was about to ask if you do take a fixed number of students to take a test.
No.
Okay.
We open a 550, for example. I'm not too sure of that number, but I mean because our knowledge is that to find a school in Labrador 600, 700, no.
That will apply to I mean for the test.
I mean, no, that mean that in the school itself, to find a school that gets 612 graders. There you go.
Okay. There
So
could be more than 600, but not exact 612 graders.
I mean, yeah, so we say the maximum should be around 550. But in case you get 700,
Okay.
we can create room for you to put everybody in. The point I'm making is that the government is paying the fees, so you're not collecting fees to say I'm going to pay the fees to the bank before I do the registration. So for the 12th graders, when we say registration has started, we open a portal. Then for public school 9th graders too,
Yeah.
the government is paying. Public school 9th graders. So
Public school 9th graders only.
yes.
No private school is
No,
included.
9th grader, no. So the
Okay.
only people that we close the portal to are the private school 9th graders, or 6th graders, or 3rd graders. So because those people we have to collect the fees from the students, deposit the fees in the bank, into WIEC's account, come with a bank slip to WIEC. They are issue official receipt from WIEC before WIEC opens the portal. So you see, for the private school 9th grade, you will tell us, I pay for 20 9th graders in my school. Then we'll open a slot for 20. You know,
Yeah.
a hair like that. But for the 12th graders, we have a fix ourselves. We determine based on our research, our knowledge.
So
of
if
the number of students.
if you have 500 and maybe a school try to register 250, there's space still there for just in case of any
12th grade
additional number.
Yeah,
Okay,
the space is there.
so let's look at another thing. I asked you the question previously before the question you are answering concerning how many students.
Yeah, we administered the test to over 50,000.
50,000
12th
students.
grader last year.
Okay.
But one thing I want to get clear is that for us, we can't tell you the number of people pass and the number of people. So what we tell you is that the number of people did not pass in one subject, the number of schools, which constitute the number of candidates, they did not pass in any one of the subjects. Then we can say the number of schools and the number of candidates pass in at least one subject.
Oh, okay.
The number of schools, the number of candidates passing at least
two subjects.
That's how it is.
Okay.
But our benchmark says, our policy say the minimum to say you can enroll the university must be 5. Minimum 5 subjects, including math and English. I would say. So we can say pass in at least 7. Pass in at.
But do you have any
9.
idea as to how many schools make a pass in at least 5 subjects?
Yeah. So you see, I will not, because you know.
No, I'm not asking you to name the school. I'm saying the number of schools.
Yes. So I will not be able to recollect, but we publish all of those.
Yeah.
We publish all of those. We say the number of schools. So maybe with the next appearance, I know that maybe that could be the question that will be asked, and I don't want to go back now and start checking. But I know that the number of subjects pass. The number of subjects pass is what you use to say you want to go where you want to go. What I wanted to make clear, right?
Okay.
You could pass in 7 subjects, but some of the universities will tell you we're not taking you. Or some of the schools will say we're not taking you. So, for example, Most of the people that are doing the recital now, they are coming from nursing background. So if I were doing nursing and passing 7, but I was not able to pass in chemistry, which is one of the core subjects for taking the state board test, it means the school will not accept me to take the state board test. You get what I'm saying now? So that's why we don't constitute fail. We don't say the people fail or the people pass. No. Another thing we do is that the way we used to say division 1,
Yeah.
division 2.
Because I was just about to ask you that question. If WAS or WAC Liberia had students who came Division 1, Division 2, and other stuff this I mean last WAC year.
So we can have the best 3 performing candidates. You know why we get to division 1, division 2, division 3 now?
No.
It's because for this test, you can get a maximum of 9 certificate.
9.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
How?
So any number of subject you pass
Yeah.
in the WAS, you are entitled to certificate.
Okay.
I hope you get what I'm saying.
I'm getting you.
That the difference between WAS and the one we took previously. The one we took previously, people used to get division 1, division 2, and because you were only entitled to 1 certificate.
So when did that came into being?
Well, we joined to taking WAS.
WAS.
Yeah,
Since a transition from WAEC to WAS, it automatically begun.
It's a new test, and I say that
Okay.
the man in Nigeria,
Okay.
he said doing plumbing.
All right.
You can say, but man, when I get you certificate for plumbing, because you pass in far.
We're gonna go to the line, but let's come back to you. How
I
is the
hope
test?
I'm clear on something.
Yeah.
You know,
if you are not clear, the callers will call and say, okay, we don't understand what to do. But
Okay.
how is the test test administered to students in West Africa? How is it being, put together? For example, the English, the math, the history, the chemistry, the biology. How are they, arranged and distributed to various schools around West Africa? Because I understand WAEC is only in the English-speaking West African country. Am I right?
Sure.
Okay. How did they do that?
Okay. So
Like I mean,
I
do
know.
you have a representative from Liberia, Sierra Leone, the Gambia?
Yeah, sure.
Ghana. Okay.
So you see, the one we can call WAEC
Yeah.
was actually the Liberia Senior High School Certificate exam. That's the name for the test.
WAEC.
The one we can call WAEC.
Yeah.
WAEC is actually the institution.
Okay.
But the test we wrote before was the Liberia Senior High School Certificate exam. So if you look on any certificate before WAS, you will see that LSHSCE.
Okay.
So WAEC is actually the institution's name. But as an umbrella organization, each member country should not be writing her own test. The way we have Liberia Senior High, we have Ghana Senior High, or Ghana something. So then, that's how WAEC told Liberia, say we are increasing now in terms of number that are doing WAS. You have to join to do WAS. But there are criteria to do WAS. You have to have your schools got to get certain kind of meet certain kind of benchmark. So for example, all school in Liberia, all high school in Liberia supposed to get laboratory, right? Laboratory for students to go there.
To go and read. Yeah.
So because of that, that's why we could not join until 2018. So that is why some of the subjects like chemistry that the children are supposed to be going to the lab to do the test.
Physics.
So we go to the
Biology
lab.
and
Yeah, that's why you see that's why I told you some subject get 3 papers. So you do the objective part of the test, you do the essay. Then for chemistry, you do alternative to practical. So we ain't doing practical now. We're doing alternative. The alternative,
that is so tough.
No. So the alternative to practical is like asking a question that directly deals with why you're doing the lab in the lab. Are you understanding?
Yeah. Like you've practiced in the lab, and then when you go, the teacher asks you question concerning what you practice in the lab.
So the test actually is supposed to be when you say I'm doing chemistry practical, it's supposed to carry the students in the lab.
Okay.
And they will demonstrate that how that test is supposed to be in the other country that how they can give it. But because Liberia, because they wanted to deprive us of doing WAS, they said if you don't join us now, it means you will not do the international test. And we could not say no. So that when the government will abroad say, okay, we will start this way while we improve the system to do the practical. So, for example, for literature again, let me give you another example.
Yeah.
The other schools, they can do what we call phonetics,
Yeah.
sound, right?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Phonics.
Phonics. Now, if you were doing it in Ghana or Sierra Leone, you know what the students will do? They will sit down and listen to the sound. So they will have speakers in the hall, and then they will play the sound. Then you answer the question. That sound you just heard, it has the sound of what? That how the test is supposed to be given. But the fact that we are not too equipped to that yet, that's why I'm saying that we do what we call alternative to practical. Now let me come to your because the time is fast spent. Let me
Yeah.
come to the question you asked. No one country is deprived. That's why when I hear people say why I can feed the students, it sounds it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
I'm a staff of WAEC. I don't mark the papers. WAEC hires teacher. The very teacher that teaching these schools
Okay.
are the one that mark these papers. So in WAEC, when you hear examiners, are the people that mark the papers. So in WAEC, we get the chief examiner, the B1.
Yeah.
We get the team leader, the one that next to the chief examiner. Then we have assistant examiner. If anybody call, they will tell you that look, I'm examiner, I'm teaching Maguire. So we get teacher from Maguire that examiner for why they back the papers. But what we do, so that no country can be cheated, we take anybody that been marking the paper and teaching and knows the subject matter. We take that person and set him down with his counterpart from the other country. So one chief examiner that doing physics,
Yeah.
we have one strong old man who used to lecture at the university. He just passed. So he used to be the chief examiner for physics 3. So when the time is ready to determine what makes the question on the test, he got to sit down with his counterpart. So when they're talking about Newton's law of motion,
Yeah.
nobody from Nigeria will say we'll put this there when he know that no, they want it not in our curriculum. We can put it there. So that's how fairly it is done.
So it is being discussed.
It'll be discussed. In YF, we call that moderation. So they moderate the question.
Okay.
They look at ambiguity. They look at whether it makes sense. They get something they call the demand on the question.
Yeah.
So if you look at the question, you say, what the question demanding for the child? You want to know whether the child can show recollection of why he learned some years ago. So you see, those basic things are met before they become question on the test. That's how it is. So now not somebody sitting now why say they put it on number one. And so because of
Okay.
that, no staff in WAEC go and come across the paper to say, oh, I can't test
So
you.
you won't see the papers until they are being corrected and sent to your office.
No, I mean when I see the paper until it come and then I go on the fee. I can see the paper now when it's on the fee when I give it
Just
to
you're
the people
beating it.
I don't even
I mean, after the test, you will not see it until they are being
we bring
corrected
the papers back,
to the office.
then the examiners come.
Come to do the correction.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
when we do it, the school test, we take all the teachers who are examiners, carry them to Cottington, and where they are and mark the paper. So after the entire
According to the place, the sticker
Yes.
can be. Oh.
No, in fact, we can announce it that the test we're about to mark the paper. It's not a problem. We know what the security of the test is. So
Okay, that's good. But let me ask you quickly before we go to the line. You made mention of the test papers coming to the office of WAEC and other things. So let's take, for example, Mr. Nangwe is teaching at the AGM High School on Beginner Street. And then he also worked at WAEC. And then the papers come. You don't think there will be any manipulation within the system where
No.
Mr. Nangwe will want for his students at AGM High School to
pass.
to pass?
So in the first place, and you were just trying to think that I was saying some security there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in the first place, Mr. Eswazi, who teaching the school, he's not part of the administration of the test.
Okay.
So I come to Maguire. I administer the test. I pass all the test. It's sealed. It's in the bag. I carry it back. Right? When we get ready for Mr. John Brown to for that test.
Okay.
So those that took the test before was, we say, this is the last year now we're doing resetter for the test. If you take advantage when you're doing WAS resetter, you are doing a new test. That's how it is. But those are all that doing it 2023 are WAS. So if I pass in math and English, when I'm doing resetter, I don't register math and English. The man who talking about checking his results. The only result are not online. That the resetter test that people did, they go on November. The
Okay.
resetter. But all the other results are online. If you check the result according to you and you say it give you hard time, it means either you are not putting the correct year you did the test or the correct exam type. Because when you go check your result, you will see LHSCE, what I'm talking about. So if for those that did it before was,
Yeah.
you will see LHSCE private. It means you did resetter for that test. You will see WAS. You will see WAS private. So if you did WAS private and you just select WAS, you will not see your result because it means you're not putting the correct exam type. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mr. Nangwe, I'd like to say, Prince Nangwe, I'd like to say thank you all so much for honoring our invitation. We hope to do this more, and I hope that I'll be inviting you another time to talk about this lengthily on the
Okay.
roundtable. Finally, you want to say something before we let you
Yeah.
go?
So thank you. One of the things I wanted to say is that we have pushed the registration for school candidate to the 22nd of this month. We will now reopen it.
Okay.
So schools that did not register their students,
From now to the 22nd,
you can
you
do
hold
that.
yourself responsible.
Exactly. So please do it. And most of the time, most of the schools can outsource the registration to internet cafe operator. So it can get a hard time. So when they will not even know that the people not even doing the registration. So when I now know that people have halted the registration, we are saying get to them now since they started it. Or if they are not started it, you get problem, go to WIEC, they will drill you through how to do it. Because after the 22nd, we will not reopen it. And the reason why we will now reopen it is because, like I said, the government pays the fees.
Yeah.
So we have to submit the bill to government so that the government can pay. We can't keep carrying the registration. Then we delay all when it comes to giving a test. So we want them to do it. Do all you can do to get your candidates registered before or on the deadline. Anything short of that, you hold
You
yourself
hold yourself
responsible.
responsible. His name is Prince Nangwe. He's the communication officer of Wild Liberia. He has been here this afternoon giving us some information, telling us more about Wild Liberia. Let's hope you keep listening to Blaze FM 90.7. So his name is Prince Nangwe. Prince Nangwe there is the communication officer of the WAC Liberia. So we're going to take this break quickly and go for commercials. When we come back, yeah, we will be hopefully talking to we'll hopefully be talking to Minister Andy Kwame on this radio. Stay tuned, don't go away.
As I lay me down. Hello, dear. Are you looking for a place where you can get the best life saving drugs from Europe, India, the UK, and other parts of the world? Then I recommend the D&G Pharmacy. At the D&G Pharmacy, we have the following: malaria medicine, typhoid medicine of all kinds, syrup of all types, gas and pain tablets of different kinds, sanitary pad, various types of mosquito spray, baby food and bottles of various kinds, different types of face cream, body and mouthwash, baby milk of all kinds, all types of toothpaste and bathing soap. But that's not all. We also have medicine for sicknesses like infection, high blood pressure, pad, sugar, and more. We do delivery and have trained and qualified medical staff to serve you. Yes, it's the D&G Pharmacy with the best life-saving drugs from Europe, India, and other parts of the world. We are located in Duazon at the Turning Point, in Rehab at the Old Bus Turning Point, and in Mambakwe. For more information and inquiry about the pharmacy, you can contact the following cell numbers: 0880 583 741 and 0776 583 741. It's the D&G Pharmacy with the best life-saving drugs in town. I look to you. What you do? What won't you do? Nothing impossible. Nothing impossible.
Hey Doreen, you're here looking so worried. What is that issue running through your head?
Kelvin, it's that time of the year and I'm really in search of a school that will meet up with my career path, at least give me a quality vocational training in some of the areas of my interest.
Wow, Doreen, have you heard about the Conduit of Potential, COPS?
Conduit of Potential, COPS? What is it?
The Conduit of Potential, COPS, is that premier institution of quality and affordable education. With over 10 years of successful records in producing men and women who are positively impacting their world, COPS, a world-class institution, has highly trained and experienced instructors.
Wow, Kelvin, what are some of the courses or vocational training offered at the Conduit of Potential?
COPS offers diploma in professional courses like computer software, procurement and logistics, psychological and trauma counseling, project writing, and monitoring and evaluation, and many more.
Here I am getting myself so stressed, but COPS has the solution to all of my problems.
Yes, Doreen, but that's not all. COPS also offers certificates in various vocations and skills that makes you marketable even out of the offices. COPS offers high-quality vocational courses like electricity and plumbing. COPS also has advanced catering and pastry programs, restaurant management, hairdressing, makeup, tailoring, and classical decoration programs. COPS has also added advanced cake making, cake decorations, both royal and furnace icing, and hall decoration. And Doreen, the good news is COPS is now accepting students for enrollment in all of their programs.
Hey Kelvin, I'm so excited you came my way. Where can I find the Conduits of Potential COPS? Because I'm on my way right now to get enrolled.
Visit COPS office today between St. Kizito Catholic Church and the Latter-day Saint Church, COPS Castle, Pinsville. Better still, call 0776 547 182, and you can also visit COPS Facebook page. Both educated and uneducated people can attend.
Yes, the Conduits of Potential COPS. I'm on my way right now.
It could never exist. You do not lie. Jesus.
Oh, my people. Radio Entertainment say, New Year, new thing. New Year, new thing. Oh, yeah, man. Your regular playing money. And I found out a move from $3,000 to $4,000. Oh, Oh yes, for 3,000 $4 or 4,000 $4. For the same amount, you can play $100 or 75 cent USD, and you will win 4,000 straight. Same price, but the value don't go up. You already know now how Blaze FM 90.7 can do it. Just dial *799#. Go to number 9 and follow the option and play. The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Oh, don't say I don't tell you. Oh, listen to your radio and winning money. Like bro, check your better. This game here is licensed by the National Lottery Authority of Liberia, empowered by Lone Star Cell MTN mobile money. Before you play, you must be 18 years old or above.
Okay, so you can keep playing the cash giveaway *799 *9#. Today is Monday, and we are giving out 4,000 Liberian dollars. So all you need to do, don't mind the plenty of talking we're doing, because after the talking, the next person who will be here will be calling winners. So all you need to do is to keep playing the cash giveaway on *799 *9#, either 70 cent USD or 100 Liberian dollars, and you stand a chance of winning 4,000 Liberian dollars this evening here on Blaze FM. Unfortunately for us on the roundtable, Minister Andy Kwame of the Youth and Sport Ministry, as Deputy Minister, is unable to appear on our program today. He said he's in a Zoom meeting, and he's unable to appear either by phone or appearing live. So we want to apologize to our listeners that we are unable to have Deputy Minister Andy Kwame on the program today, because I just spoke with him and he said he is unable to be here because he's in a Zoom meeting. Well, that's it. Sometimes you expect these things, but today we're going to be looking at something very, very much interesting, which of course you will love as well, because we have lots of informations here, and we will be bringing to you. The first one is about the president of the National Oil Company of Liberia, Nokai. Yeah. Nokai president and CEO has been suspended pending investigation. Why was she suspended? Well, we're about to let you know now, and we can discuss that on this last segment of the program, the roundtable here. Let's read for you. And this one is coming from the Front Page Africa newspaper. You know, I always told you that it's good to give credit to those you are taking your information from. The source of your information, in most cases, try to give them credit. People also do to us. So, President Joseph Boakai has, with immediate effect, suspended Rosalind Swakoko Dennis, President and Chief Executive Officer of the National Oil Company of Liberia, Nokai, pending an investigation. The suspension follows a resolution from the Board of Directors of Nokai, which recommended the action in light of the ongoing allegations. Madam Dennis has been instructed to surrender all government property in her possession to the interim team. Led by Mr. Fabian Michael Lai, Vice President for Operations at Nokai, who will take on the interim oversight of the company's operations. The government of Liberia remains steadfast in its commitment to transparency, accountability, and good governance, especially in the management of the nation's natural resources. An investigation into the allegation against Madam Dennis has been initiated by the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission. Well, I stand to be corrected that since President Joseph Yuma Boakai became ascended to the presidency, and after forming his government, I am yet to hear that the president has fired one of his ministers or his principal deputies or directors or managers, or you just name it. I stand to be corrected. I always hear of suspension. The first suspension was at the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, another suspension, the Liberia Immigration Service, another suspension, the Information Ministry, another suspension, NOCAI, and suspension, and suspension. Whether they will come back or not, the fact is that they are suspended. They were suspended. They are going to be suspended. He is suspending. Everything is suspension. So we don't know if that's President Joseph Boakar's own way of firing people from their positions or not. Because if he suspends someone and that person is awaiting investigation, we will want to hear from the investigation team. We will want to hear the findings of the investigation or read about it. Because if he suspend Madame Swa Coco Dennis, the CEO of Nokai, knowing Nokai to be the kind of government institution it is, and someone is being suspended from there, most especially the highest seat there, the person occupying that seat is being suspended pending investigation, the public will want to know what happened. How far is the investigation is going to go? And if the investigation is completed, Liberians will want to know the findings of the investigation as to whether Madame Swakoko Dennis' alleged allegation of financial malpractices at Nokai is true or false. Whether she is found guilty or not. But things are not happening that way. We are only hearing of suspension, and suspension. We saw the suspension of the former central bank governor in Elisha Stalu. He was suspended, and then after some time,
lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbing the yellow and porous his heat.
was being investigated, and the findings therefore all we noticed is that he walked with the whopping $300,000. vessel.
Oh,
Which
lives in a pineapple
was
under
suspended,
the sea.
even though he was serving 18-year
Absorbing
position.
yellow and porous as heat.
After investigation, I
Oh,
understand
not a
that
cool, not just
probably
be something you
there is a
is.
possibility that the investigation was being
The drop of
completed
the day, you flop like a
during the
fish.
dust storm. He get in family, but instead
SpongeBob
he understands that a lot of time walks away with
SquarePants,
$100,000 as his payout.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Let's look at the different drugs agencies. Three of the majors of their institution were suspended when the investigation. The investigation was conducted, completed, and placed reported to the president until then. We haven't heard the findings of the investigation. But Abraham Kuma and the rest of the other guys have been placed very need to know exactly the outcomes of the investigation surrounding suspended documentation by the president. That will serve them well. Let us know how to rush them when they do wrong or they do right. We know how to rush them. But if you just suspend somebody when the investigation is conducted and no man, no report, nothing on the ground, that let us rush be sure. How do you let us know that they will suspend you wrong? Suspend that person is right, wrong, how? How do we know that? Nobody is arguing against the president. But suspending people, no one is against the president for that. That's his work because they work at the will and pleasure of the president. And if you do that, he has the right to dismiss you.
Oh, lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbing yellow and porous as heat.
Now,
Oh, not a cool, not just be something you is. The drop of the day, you flop like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants.
either the wrong or the right side.
Oh, lives in a pineapple under
He's
the
a
sea.
man, and you know,
Absorbing the yellow and porous his heat.
God is just
Oh, not cool nonsense, be something you wish.
not the guy.
The drop of the day, you felt like
I
a
want
fish.
just our prep, you know,
SpongeBob
SquarePants. You know,
SquarePants, SquarePants,
on
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob Lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbing the yellow and porous his heat. Oh, not cool nonsense, be something you wish. The drop of the day, you felt like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob
there are people that hide their there's no way Liberian leaders and the art of barricade.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbing the yellow and porous his heat. Oh, not cool nonsense, be something you wish. The drop of the day, you felt like a fish.
Right? End up.
SpongeBob SquarePants,
And then he did
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob
go.
SquarePants,
Let's
SpongeBob Absorbing the yellow and porous his heat. Oh, not cool nonsense, be something you wish. The drop of the day, you felt like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob
report investigation.
Oh, lives in a pineapple under the sea. Absorbing the yellow and porous his heat. Oh, not cool nonsense, be something you wish.
And
The drop of the day, you felt like a fish. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob
Let's begin to take your calls now. 0777907 0777907 and 0881 111 0887 is the number to call, and you are certainly going to be live on a program right here on Blaze Radio 90.7. All right, so like I was saying, okay, let's cross over to this person and talk to them. Hello, what's your name and where you call from? Hello, hello. I don't know what's happening to the lines today, though. I don't know if it is network problem or not. But the calls are coming and they keep breaking in. This next person, hello, hello. Uh, what's up? What's going on? 0777907 0881 111 is the number to call and be live on the program. So also don't forget about the cash giveaway. You should keep playing because the more you play, the better your chance of winning, more. The better you play, the more the chance, that's your chance of winning. Let's talk to this caller. Hello, what's your name?
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Philip.
Welcome.
I'm Aaron Wilson, I joined from Jesus.
Okay, AB, let's hear you. I guess you're following the discussion, right? We are asking the
Sure.
president if he suspend people and that people go through investigation. If the report comes out, at least there's a need that he made a report public for us to consume it.
Yeah, I think you are right. I follow the talking point, and I just want to say that the president suspending ministers or directors for corruption is a good thing, but after investigation, when the minister is right for doing certain things, that minister should be reinstated. And if the director is wrong or violated any policy or laws of the entity, that person should be replaced. So let us know all of the investigations that are done, what are the outcomes. It should not just be before the president and mere suspicion is going on, then making Liberians to believe that he's taking action against government officials.
Hello? Hello? Oh, I don't know. I don't. I really don't know. But I think he was making a salient point because there's a need that people know what's what's going on. There's a need that you make people understand and you make people to know exactly the reason you suspended the person, the reason this person was suspended. But if you just allow the report to stay in your office, if you just allow the report to be given to you and it is kept under the carpet, in one way or the other, you may be doing the rightful thing, but another way, you are going to be wrong because we just want to know the reason that person was suspended for, whether the reason is genuine or not. Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, you are live on the radio.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Aliyu Padikome Mepigi from Polivo around the car station here.
Okay,
You know,
welcome. Let's hear you.
yeah, let me say thanks to you the evening for your analysis. But I mean, establish this way, president suspending somebody or sacking somebody, that one are the president constitution right. Nobody can ask him what the reason he sacked the president or what are the reason he sacked the president. The constitution giving out. It's
Hello,
just so
hello,
it's
hello.
yeah,
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 I agree with you that the Constitution gave him the right. But if the
yeah.
president say he is suspending someone pending investigation, that
Hey,
means if the investigation comes out, he need to let us to know.
thank you. So like what I say I agree with your analysis because the money are you flagging on your sister platform and to be perceiving the money show.
The place,
I
yeah,
said it, I said the president cannot be suspending people. And then after the people go for suspension, send them for investigation, the outcome of the report with the public, he can't give it to us because he's working for us. He's not working for himself. So if he send them for investigation, after the investigation, he's supposed to report to the Liberian people. But every day we go somebody suspend, only suspend, send for investigation, you take your report. I think a time now for the president to start giving a report so that we the Liberian people will be able to use people against the people today or tomorrow. If somebody want to maybe get another public office, the example we talk about the LDA,
yeah,
the three guys that is suspended up to down until he dismissed them, we are not getting the report. And the three guys again from L Triple RC
yeah.
that is suspended for investigation up to now, we are not getting that report. So you see, also, why we need from LRS, former Senator Steve Zago.
Steve Sako.
Yeah, up to now, we are not getting that report. So, Mr. President, I think I will listen to your people, and you want to listen to the president. Every time your citizen call you for something, sometimes you can take action. For example, well, sometimes you got to commend the president, whatever is commendable. Because past time, somebody we see this thing. A lot of people are crying on government official there to suspend it or to even take them for you government. Nothing happened to them, left them until the stage happening, but I think the president taking some steps, but you need to do more. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you ever so much for your contribution to the program this evening. And sometimes, like he said, the president has the right because those he are suspending or probably dismissing are working uh, at the will and pleasure of the president. Fine. But whenever the president comes out and say, I am suspending Alexander Yenikin from Nokai pending investigation, that means he has informed the Liberian people that Alexander Yenikin will be suspended, but not only being suspended, he will also go under investigation. And everybody knows that when there's an investigation somewhere, there should be findings, there should be report. And so the report should be made public. That's our quest. The report should be made public. Let us know why you suspended Alexander Yenikin from Nokai. I'm just using Alexander as an example, though. Let us know why you suspended Madam Rosalind Swakoko Dennis from Nukai. The information that is on the surface is that financial, malpractices and stuff, buying luxurious cars, you know. So that is the information on the surface. But who knows whether there's something much deeper than what we are hearing on the surface that led the president to suspend her and allowing her to be investigated. We need to know more, Mr. President. Surely we need to know more. Keep your calls coming. 0777 907 907 and 0881 111 107 are the numbers you can call, and you'll be live on the program, the Roundtable here on Blaze Radio. Let's go back to the line and talk to this person. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Phillips, I was just concluding when I went out of credit.
Oh,
This
okay.
is Stephen Wheeler from GSA Radio.
Okay, welcome, AB. Let's hear you.
Okay, so to just conclude,
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
the president, one of the things that brought the president to power was accountability and transparency.
Yeah.
So if you want us to believe in you that yes, indeed you are transparent, let all of those reports before you be made public. Like the way the information ministry can have a press briefing, let Madam Kuda Fofana go and say for the LDA case, this is the result. This is the person who is held reliable, and this is the person who will win the team, and this is the person that is going to remain under suspension or be dismissed. Let the cases be read to the Liberian people publicly as the cases unfold. Lastly, I don't even see the president suspension or dismissal as something that will make me to believe in him, because he's cherry picking or he's being selective. What happened to Abdullah Kamara from FTA? What happened to Prince Human? What happened to Grace State for the cast involved as a result of the inauguration program? What happened to the lady who served as chairperson for the inauguration committee? What happened to Amin Moda? He was dismissed. But where is the money?
So no. Amin Moda was not dismissed. He was he resigned.
Okay, he resigned, but he needed to be prosecuted because the case is pending. Let's know the investigation. If it's true that he stole the money and bought a car, or he misused the public fund, let him pay for it. It's not about just suspension. So for me, I want for the president to be holistic. He should not be cherry picking.
Okay. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you ever so much. He want the president to be holistic and should not be cherry picking. Well, probably those you mentioned, their crime have not reached the gravity of being suspended. Have not reached the point of being suspended. So that's why there's a possibility. And maybe they are working in the interest of the president. That's why there isn't anyone making noise on them, and there's no plan or suspension on them. Okay? Even the presidential press secretary, there was sometimes some accusation or some allegation level against her of eating 18,000 US dollars given to her to distribute amongst the media practitioners that carry the SONA, the President's State of the Nation address, live on their various platforms and other things. But then she went on to deny the claims and also deny the allegation on OKFM that she wasn't giving a dime or a cent to, give to anybody. So once she made that clarity, and the president understand and say, okay, yeah, it's maybe there's a reason why she should not be suspended, because since she made a clarity and it is true we didn't give her money, so no need. So probably some of these things are like you are saying, maybe they are in the rightful direction in the eyes of the president, and that's why no actions are being taken. But the ones who were suspended are the ones that got to the president's nerves, and so for this reason he was being suspended. They were suspended, that is, and they were suspended and they are being investigated. Most of them reports have come out. We are not getting it, and nothing at the count. I don't know why it should be like that. But on a very serious note, this is not supposed to be happening. This is not supposed to be happening. We need proper investigation from our leader. Now, our leader. Okay? They have been suspended by their leaders. Their leader is our president. And our president needs to feed us with information as to why the decision he's taking to suspend officials. Let the investigation report prove him right, or in most cases, maybe prove him wrong. Or is it that in most of the suspension cases, he's always wrong? That's why you don't want to let the report to come out. Or some people are wrong, but if the report come out, it's going to denigrate his government. Well, I don't know. Folks, on this note, this is how I like to go home today on this presentation of the Roundtable. Tomorrow, I'll be back on your radio with another edition of the program. Yeah, some of you may want to say, okay, I think I can sponsor the program. Maybe if you want to sponsor the program, you're watching on Facebook Live or on YouTube, the numbers to call the station on the screen, the WhatsApp number there. You can transact business with the WhatsApp number. Or better still, listen to the jingle. Those of you who listen via the radio, you can listen to the jingle, the program jingle, and you could initiate a sponsorship from there, and we can get going. But until then, folks, my name is Anthony Phillips. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Same time, same station, same program.